Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. And in today's video, we're going to be doing cheating Reddit stories. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and do not forget to share the video, guys.
Feeling myself, I conceited. Feeling myself, I conceited.
So we're finna just get to it. I already have a story pulled up, and I'm finna start reading for us. So the title is called "Why Telling the Other Woman Is Not Always a Good Idea." When I, female 23, was 18, I got my first job. There's this guy who was then 25, now 30 male. We kind of hit it off and had a few months. We got a bit more flirty. I learned he had a difficult upbringing, so still lived at his friend's house with his mother. I believe her to be in her late 50s/early 60s, and her children, they were underage. He asked me out before we went on a holiday. When he came back, we met each other at the weekend. When we came back, we met each other on the weekend when he got back and went back to his friend's flat. I saw a ring on their table. He said it was his friend's, as he was going to propose to his girlfriend. After he seemed a bit stressed and wanted a walk. That was fine. So we went to the beach, and he told me his friend's mom had gone through his computer. When I got home, I received a message from his mother. I received a message from the mother. This is when I learned they were in a relationship. I contacted who I thought was my boyfriend, and he told me to ignore it. Next thing I knew, I was blocked everywhere. During the week, he didn't turn up to work. On Friday, he messaged me saying he was sorry. It was then he told me the friend's mom and him were in a relationship. But there was a slip up, and he ended up sleeping with her on a holiday, and she thought they were back together. He explained she was checking through his account on his computer, as she knew there was something up. He then went to say he was on medication as he did not want to live anymore. He said I was the only thing making him happy, as he wanted to move out with me. Being naive and also young, I forgave him even though he was still with her at her house. It was then I learned they were together since he was 17. And I think her youngest daughter would have been around too when they got together. We would talk on Snapchat, where he would unblock and block, as he said he wasn't allowed to talk to anyone and he would get in trouble if he did. A friend of mine told me that if someone is depressed, they encourage you to talk to others. So I thought something was off. I ended up messaging with what I thought was his ex. She then blamed me for all of it and said they were still together and they were engaged. I found out he slept with her right after he slept with me. She wanted screenshots of the messages, which obviously I had little, as he used to block and unblock me. She told me to stay away and then kept blaming me for everything. Later, he kept messaging me. I learned he wasn't coming back to work, at least not for another month. Then 2, then 3. Although all through this, he was telling me he left, and if I left, he would have nothing. He was saying he would off himself if I left, and if I did, everyone would know it was me. Then he used to go silent and not reply, where I did not know if he was there or not, where I lost a lot of weight. I felt like I had to keep this up, or I would get blamed for his death. I took some time to think and decided to message her again when I would hopefully get a thank you. I was wrong. She blamed me again and asked for screenshots. She told me it was all my fault and she had to take time off work to care for him, and questioned why he was messaging me and why I was replying. While his messages to me were lovey-dovey, my replies were somewhat stiff. I had a few screenshots this time, but it wasn't enough for her. He must have told her they weren't him, and she accused me of lying. Finally, he must have caved and said it was his, but she was still pissed at me. She said they were still engaged and nothing would change that. Then I got a message from her account on Messenger saying it was from him, explaining he never loved me and was just using me to make himself feel better. I sent a message back explaining how manipulative he was and blocked her account. A few weeks later, he messaged me again. I really don't know why I didn't block him when he sent me the message this time, but I think I did love him. My friend even told me I had Stockholm Syndrome. We began chatting a bit, but all the while I felt guilty, as I knew he was still in a relationship, and all the while saying how horrible he felt. I was worried he would threaten to do it again and say it was my fault. I felt so trapped. He would say how sorry he was and say we should get married, and mention getting a flat so he could escape with me. He said he didn't have any money, but he would clean and do all the housework. So again, I unblocked his girlfriend to let him know it was obvious he was still cheating. Of course, I was blamed again. I sent all the screenshots I could, but said even if he doesn't contact me, I won't be contacting her. He sent me a few messages even after all that, but I had the courage to block him first. I received random requests on various social media accounts to follow me right after this happened, but I can't be sure it was him. I learned a few years ago they got married. I don't think he has a job and his own benefits. Good riddance to both of them. I think this is the TLDR. I don't know what TLDR is, y'all. Anyway, girl, that was a crazy story. He was very manipulative. You was 18 at this time and he was 25. Talking to a way older woman. So he was manipulating you. I'm not sure if the woman in the past was manipulating him, because you said he started dating her when he was 17. And she's like late 50, early 60. So how old was she when she started dating him? I don't know, but she was too old if you ask me. Really too old, because he was a minor technically. Well, obviously you're not from America, because you said flat. Y'all stay in the flat. He stayed in the flat. So you're not in America. You're probably like in Britain or something. So I don't really know what the age limit is there. But good riddance to them both, girl, because that was just too much drama. And I don't really blame you for keep talking to him, because you were young. So you live and you learn. But I'm happy you're no longer in contact with him anymore, because that was just too much. And then why she kept blaming you, it's all your fault. You're the reason why he feels like this. No, ma'am. No, she's not. That's a young girl. So something wrong with that woman too. I don't know what it is, but I'm just happy you out of contact with them. Happy you let them go. Next story. So this is called Girlfriend Wants Another Chance. Past few days have been mentally sickening for me since I found out my girlfriend was flirting with her potential HR, who stays in another state, or the phone/chats. She didn't join the org. However, I got to know about it from her in a casual chat, and we had a big fight over it. According to her, I wasn't giving her enough assurance since we had a wobbly start to our relationship. Hence, at the time these flirty texts/video calls started, was our first month of relationship. However, it continued to the next 2 months. Now we are in a relationship of 6+ months. She was sorry and apologetic for this and asked for a second chance. I did give her that chance, but was getting frustrated in the mind, hence tried checking her call logs, only to find out that she has been talking for hours to another guy. However, when I confronted her about this unknown number, she told me that it's just one of her relatives. But then I asked to call that number and sent the recording of the same, and it turned out it's a guy she's got to know from Tinder. She claims she never met him, and he was a totally cordial relationship with her. Interestingly, she couldn't record the audio call. Her hand slipped with him. Rather asked him to make a conference call with me. I'm strange how they put the words together. She denied every bit of the accusations from my end, as I was showing her the call log with proof. But after 2 days, when she got to know that I was suffering mentally, and after consistently trying to know the truth, she said she never met him and he was totally a cordial relationship with her. However, they talked for hours when I'm asleep, unavailable, or very late nights. The last they talked was a month before. And prior to that, they were in touch regularly. I talked with the guy. He was very wary of me and talked quite a bit of pretentious way. He suddenly started calling my girlfriend his sis and stuff, which I felt was fake. Or maybe that's just my trust issues. A background check on our relationship. We met on Tinder, talked for a few days, then made out, and it continued for almost 1.5 years. In the meantime, she told me that she was single, and so was I. I didn't need a relationship at that point in time. Later, things got a little serious, even though we never verbally agreed that we're in a relationship. I found out that she had a boyfriend the whole time, even though they had a very on and off kind of relationship. But according to her, he cheated first, and he only opened her Tinder account, hence she did what she did. I asked her if she had feelings for me. To this, she said yes and broke up with the guy. Now I love this girl a lot. Have given her the chance after those flirty texts and calls. Even though I couldn't find any solid proof of her having an affair with this Tinder guy, I am feeling betrayed because she lied to me. Her defense was She was afraid that I would take it the wrong way as their conversation started off on a dating site. I have missed out many details, but as of now, she is constantly saying sorry and that she would do whatever it takes to be with me. She is willing to change and is saying she hasn't done anything wrong with me from the last month. Confession: I slapped her during a fight. I'm regretting it every day. It was impulsive. I need help. I am unable to sleep. It's mentally sickening, and I need your opinion on what I should do. Now, homeboy, I was on your side until you say you slapped her. I don't care how mad you get. Do not slap no woman, okay? Just leave. But I will say, you know the old saying where you lose them how you get them. You lose them how you get them. When you guys were talking, she was already in a relationship. She found you on Tinder while she was with her boyfriend. Now you're in a relationship with her and she's still on Tinder. Once y'all got in a relationship, Tinder should have been deleted. So if you are having a hard time getting over her talking to this guy, y'all should just not be in a relationship. If she's not going to stop talking to this guy that makes you feel uncomfortable, y'all should not be in a relationship. So I feel like y'all should end a relationship. That's my opinion. Find a little novel. Should I stay or should I go? I can't explain everything that happened as I start ranting and then don't stop. I've had so much to get off my chest, but maybe Reddit isn't the place. So I'll try to make this short-ish. He gonna make it shortish. Been with my fiance, 36 female, for 10 years. Been engaged for 4 years. Had 5 children between us, 2 together. We had the most amazing relationship and the honeymoon period never went. That is until last year. October 2022, we lost our family home. Our landlord had to sell due to our family issue, and we were not in position to buy. Very stressful, as you can imagine. We lived with her mom for a month, then moved into some temporary accommodation. December 2022, Fiance just started going out all the time, all day with her friends, every night, either with friends or on a full night out. I was home the whole time with the kids. Then one morning, I had reached the end of my understanding and I approached her about her always being out. She said she wasn't happy and that we were over. She hadn't had feelings for me for the past year and a half and it was over, just like that. Christmas was awful. I cannot express how much I struggled. I was very low at that time. We had decided it was best for the children that I didn't move out till after Christmas. I was okay with that as it gave me more time to try to fix things. January 2023, things started to drastically change. I was allowed to sleep in the same bed. We were flirting with each other again. We were getting back to how things were before. I thought that this had just been a blip in our relationship, but one that made us stronger. How wrong was I? One night she went out with a friend and didn't come home till 3:30 a.m. I carried her to bed. She told me she loved me. I was so happy. I came down to lock the door and her phone was like a hotline. I checked her phone and it was our friend, 36 male, who was trying to get a hold of her at 3:30 a.m. I opened the message and my heart was in my mouth. He had messaged her saying he was worried about her and to let him know she was home, calling her baby and putting 8 kisses. I needed to know more. Maybe he was just drunk. I didn't have a strong enough evidence. I applied to him pretending to be her and it all came out. The next morning I approached her about it. She denied it until I told her I'd been speaking with him and to check her messages. She then broke down. She didn't tell me everything to start with. A lot of it I found out after. In a nutshell, the move had made her depressed. Our mate had seen this as an opportunity to take a shot at her. They kissed in a bar we've seen. We went back to his house and slept together. She then continued to meet up with him behind my back while I was home watching the kids. She boasted to her other friends that she was starting a new relationship. When I approached her about it, she was devastated. She said it had been over since the new year. She said she realized what she had done and regretted it instantly. She begged me to give her another chance, take things slow, no pressure, and see where it goes. I've already walked away from one relationship with children involved. I really don't want to have to do that with this one. I love her more than anything in the world, but I also hate her for what she's done. It is not what she did, it's also how she did it. She's been remorseful. She's shown regret. She's followed the How to Show Your Sorry handbook perfectly. She's gone above and beyond to try to put it right. She's also never been angry when I needed to ask questions and has been calm when explaining things no matter what I ask. And believe me, I wanted to know every detail. I so badly want this to work, but I cannot get visions of them both out of my head. It's been almost 5 months, and not a day goes by that I don't think about it. Then I get annoyed and go quiet. Sometimes it gets so bad that I can't even look at her. At times we can't sleep together as I don't want to see her naked. Yet other times we're closer than ever before. I spoke to her today about how I truly feel, as it's only fair that I'm truthful about my feelings with her. I told her I don't think I'll ever be able to fully commit to this relationship now that this has happened. She got upset and said she has gone through the daily punishments without ever saying anything. She said she feels like I'm punishing her every time, over and over, but she's still willing to keep fighting, even if it takes me a year or more to get over it. But that's the issue. I can't get over it. I want to so badly, but I can't. I booked some therapy sessions for this coming week, so maybe that will help, but who knows? It'll break my heart again, and it'll be awful for the kids. But a big part of me just wants to end everything and walk away. So much damage has been done, and I don't want to keep punishing her. It's not fair to her. Does it get easier? Is it possible to forget? To stop the visions and the anger? Please tell me that I'm making a mistake by walking away, as I really don't want to, but I can't live like this. Man. Oh, he got a little edit right here. It said edit. Sorry I didn't properly explain the part where she told her friends. She had gone out on her friend's birthday. There were around 8 of them in total, including M, the friend's sister. Fiance had texted M and arranged for him to meet her in a nightclub. By the time the party had gone from 8 to around 3 of them remaining. No longer his sister. She went to the toilet and he followed her. When she came out the toilet, he grabbed her and then kissed. Her friend then saw and she went crazy with her. This was the friend whose birthday it was. So turned around and went back home. That's when M and my fiance shared a taxi back to his house and spent the night together. Word got around her circle of friends. They all said the same thing to her, that she had to tell me what was happening, or they would. But she told them all I knew. She said we were broken up and that she had moved on, and they believed her. Not one of them reached out to me, however. I've since spoken to them all, and they all apologized. 2 of them have cut ties with her as they feel betrayed. I've never really been that close to these friends, but I will still appreciated one single message to ask how I was doing, even if they thought that I did know. That is a lot. And it is hard when you love someone, but if you cannot forgive her, I say just move on, because it is torture for the both of you. I really hate that kids are involved, and you did mention that you did not want to leave another relationship with kids, because I forgot how many y'all you said you had. I know y'all have 2 kids together, and then you have more. So I understand I want to leave another relationship with kids, but you gotta do what you gotta do for you, you know? Because how she went about everything is really low down to me. Her and your friend. Really low down. You really got the short end of the stick here. Yes, y'all both had to move. She said it was hard on her. She didn't feel happy. I'm pretty sure it wasn't just hard on her. I'm pretty sure it was hard for the kids as well, because they had to leave their home. And it was hard for you too, because you're the man. So that was a very selfish thing for her to do. She really messed up her whole family, you know? So I think you should leave. You should still get the therapy, of course, to help you heal, but I say leave. And things will work out. She is sorry. That's great. I hope you cut that friend off, because he sucks. He seen her at a very vulnerable state and said, let me go get her. What kind of friend is that? But let them both go. Of course, you still have to deal with her because y'all have kids together. And that's the only type of relationship that you really need to have, honestly. Okay, so this is gonna be our last story. Confessions from a one night stand in 2018. In 2018, a girl I graduated with from high school 5 years prior was working at a grocery store and cashed me out. Later that day, I had an Instagram DM from her saying she thought I was handsome and wanted to hang out. We went on 2 dates the next few weeks and all seemed to be going well. I was single and nothing on her Instagram gave way to her having a boyfriend or having one for a very long time. Day 3, she asked me over to her place and we slept together. I wake up the next morning and we sleep together again. She usually walk to work, so I dropped her off as I head home to clean up and go to work. The afternoon, she texted me how amazing I am and how she enjoyed me staying the night. But moments later, I opened the Instagram and she posted a picture of her kissing another man saying, "I love my boyfriend." I confront her about it and she blocked me. Years later, I found out they are now married. Fellas, good luck out there. Oh, what the freaking heck? Not her just hooking up with random strangers from high school. Y'all having a one night stand. 2 rounds. You confront her for posting a picture and she's like blocking you. I am blown, y'all. Shoot, I'm with him. Good luck. Good luck. And he said, good luck, fellas. Shoot. Good luck, ladies. Good luck, fellas. Good luck, everybody out there. Because the dating pool is crazy. It's crazy out here. That's awful. Why did she even walk down the aisle? That is the end of the stories. I hope you guys enjoyed. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.
Everybody loving the vibe. You can't fuck up the mood. You can't fuck up the mood. Yeah. Think I all-star players. How the fuck we gon' lose? How the fuck we gon' lose? Yeah. I got 5 bitches too. Fuck them all in the